What Immaculate Conception High School did in kicking a student out of sixth form is wrong on multiple levels. It shouldn't have happened. I'm Dionne Jackson Miller. Stay tuned for more. So, hi, thanks so much for being here. Let me just say this first of all, alright? I'm not here trying to cuss out Immaculate. That's not what this is about. But I do think we should have an honest conversation about what has happened. And as I said, what has happened shouldn't have happened. If you missed the story, the Gleaner had carried it. It's a story about Immaculate saying a lower sixth form student couldn't go to upper sixth at the school because of a particular grade she got. And when I say that, you're probably thinking the student was failing. What is Dionne talking about? All right, let me just go through the first part of the story so you know exactly what happened. All right, a mother is accusing Immaculate Conception High School of being unreasonable after her daughter was barred from continuing in its sixth form program because she obtained a grade 4 in one of 4 CAPE, that's Caribbean Advanced Proficiency Examination subjects. But the school's principal, Stacey Reynolds, is maintaining that the student did not meet the standard for further matriculation. The 18-year-old aspiring industrial engineer attained grade 1s in computer science and digital media, a grade 2 in communication studies, and a grade 4 in food and nutrition. Although a grade 4 is considered a pass at the CAPE level, the school's policy only allows students who have achieved grades 1 to 3 in Unit 1 of their CAPE subjects to advance to grade 13, that's upper 6. Students are at first required to attain 6 grade 1s in CSEC, including math and English language, to matriculate into sixth form. The parent, Takesha Stenbarns, told the Gleaner that her daughter achieved 8 CSEC subjects, 6 grade 1s and 2 grade 2s. She got grade 1s in math and English language. Stenbarns says her daughter was a very dedicated student who prioritized involvement in the school's extracurricular activities. She was class monitor, sub-prefect, prefect, represented the school in sports, and even founded a club at the school. On account of this, she said the St. Andrew-based school's decision to deny her advancement because of one subject is, quote, unacceptable and extremely distasteful. But according to Principal Reynolds, the school's policy for matriculation into and continuation in their sixth form program is routinely communicated to parents and students. It's repeated year after year, what you need to get into sixth form, what you need to maintain staying in sixth form. It's repeated to everybody. It was given to them in writing, she told the Gleaner. She said, one of the things I think we need to remember is that there are standards. Standards are set and their expectations. Reynolds acknowledged that the student was very involved in the school, but stated that all students are required to be involved in at least one extracurricular activity to advance in the program. Declaring that the school is not being cruel to anyone, Reynolds, who has headed the institution for 4 years, said she offered to write a recommendation for the student to get placement elsewhere. Okay, I'll try and link the story below and you can read all of it for yourself. But as I was saying, I think the school was wrong. Let's start by looking at the grades, all right? CAPE is the equivalent of A-levels that we used to do, right? Except that for CAPE, students do one set of exams called CAPE 1 in lower 6, and then they do another set, CAPE 2, in upper 6. The Caribbean Examinations Council administers CAPE, and they say that CAPE has 7 overall grades that are used to assess how the student has done. So you have grades 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, let's look at what these grades mean. Grade 1, excellent results. Grade 2, very good results. Grade 3, good results. Grade 4, satisfactory results. Grade 5, acceptable results. Grade 6, weak. Grade 7, unsatisfactory. So this student got grade 1s in computer science and digital media. That means her results there in those subjects were excellent. She got a grade 2 in communication studies, so that is a very good result. And she got a grade 4 in food and nutrition, meaning her result in that subject was satisfactory. And on the basis of one satisfactory result, Immaculate says she can't go on to upper 6. Now, before I go any further, I can hear the rules are rules people running in and saying that, oh, they knew the rules before they entered, and rules are rules and you must obey the rules. I'm going to say again, as I have before, and no doubt will be saying a million times more, rules need to be fair, they need to be rational, they need to make sense. All right. And when you're a publicly funded institution, you have an even greater responsibility to ensure that your rules are rational and fair. So yes, people pay tuition to go into sixth form. But come on, those levels of tuition are nothing at the kind of levels that would be needed to completely underwrite those programs. Plus, remember, sixth form is located in the overall school plant that again is funded, at least partially, by taxpayers. All right. So you do have a responsibility to account for your use of public funds. So what we have here is a taxpayer funded institution saying a very good student cannot go from lower 6 to upper 6 because she got one grade that was satisfactory. Look, we need to be clear about what we're saying here. We're not saying that the child was failing, We're not saying that she got good grades and then she got one failure. That is not what this is. She got one grade that was deemed satisfactory. But satisfactory can't get you into upper 6 at Immaculate. Now look, what are schools for? What is their purpose? What are they supposed to do for our children? Because that is how I look at it. Remember also, because of our system of school placement, schools like Immaculate get the very, 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 very top students in the entire country. So they're already starting from a privileged starting point compared to most other schools in Jamaica. It's not that they're getting struggling students that they have to do any remedial work with, That's not what this is, right? All they have to do is maintain students at the already extremely high level that they come in at. So let's acknowledge sixth form is separate from the first 5 years of high school. So you finish CSEC, you then apply to sixth form. And schools, let you in based on your grades. The top schools going to get the best students. That's how they do it for entry into sixth form. Some schools do not even prioritize students who came to them from first to fifth form, which, I'll just leave that for now. But the fact is, okay, you get into sixth form now. Sixth form, though, is a 2-year program. Why would you kick out a student who is performing well, who is also obviously in leadership positions, because those kinds of positions, prefect, sub-prefect, monitor, and so on, those are school leadership positions. So you have a student here who is doing academically well, who is also a student leader and also involved in sports. That sounds to me like a young woman that any school should be proud of now and will undoubtedly be proud of in the future when she goes on to do well in life, as I feel sure she's going to do. But all that matters to Immaculate is that one of her grades was not failing, but satisfactory. The response from the Ministry of Education, disappointing, not at all surprising. This is what the ministry says. Automatic promotion is not a feature of its sixth form pathways program. The ministry says there is no specific reference to automatic promotion to upper sixth form at the same school in the policy. They go on to say the approach that is taken represents the competitive academic environment of traditional high schools, highlighting the students' strong academic performance. In a competitive space environment, the school accepts, they say, based on meritocracy, only the students with the highest CSEC and CAPE Unit 1 grades to lower 6 and then to upper 6, among other criteria such as involvement in co-curricular activities and their behavior profile. Like I said, disappointing, but not at all surprising, because the ministry missing the point as usual. The ministry continues to allow schools to implement all kinds of policies and rules that are not in the best interest of students and that are not rational and are not fair. And again, that is what we're seeing the ministry doing here. And this is something the Ministry of Education has done over the years across administrations. I'm not picking on this particular administration or this particular minister. This is a function of the Ministry of Education. This is how it operates. It allows schools to operate their own little fiefdoms, even when the rules that are being implemented are unfair. And you know how I can say that? Because if that were not the case, we would not have gone years upon years upon years with schools doing foolishness like excluding students because they came in locks or because they didn't like their particular hairstyle. But I digress. You can watch my video. I'll link it at the end on the court case in which the Court of Appeal ruled that a school had discriminated against a child by refusing to allow her entry because of locks. And remember, that case was defended in court. So let me make a couple of final points, all right? Our schools should not be about kicking out students except as a very last resort. And rules that don't align with that philosophy should be redone and rewritten. If a child isn't making the grades, your job as a school should be to work with the child to enable improvement. And there is no way on the planet that a student that is doing well overall and then got a satisfactory, I'm going to say it a million times, not failing, a satisfactory grade in one subject should be kicked out of the school. No. No. The principal says there are standards, and I would ask, since when is a satisfactory grade so beneath anyone's standards that a student should be punished by excluding her from the school? And make no mistake about it, this is punishment, right? Has the school thought at all about the negative impact that this will have or could have on the child, the blow to her self-esteem, the disruption to her life, and I'm going on to say the completely unnecessary disruption to her life, given that she was doing well in school? Come on. Tell me something. Sixth form is supposed to be equivalent to the first couple years of college, right? And we all know, yes, you have to apply to college. It's competitive to get in, especially to the colleges or to the courses that are in demand. But let me ask you this. Tell me one college you know of where you'll be kicked out because you're passing. Just one. I'll wait. No? Okay. Look, to the people who are saying, no, Dionne, I disagree with you. Immaculate has standards. We have to maintain standards. Let me ask you this. What does this rule achieve? How does this rule benefit our children? Which I think is a question we should be asking. If we can divorce how we think about this issue from the built-in elitism in our school system, who does this benefit? Can you really say that you think this is something that sounds reasonable and rational and something that a school should be doing? Want to know what you think? I don't think so, clearly. But I do want to know what you think, so drop your comments below, all right? And please remember to like the video, share it, subscribe to the channel as well to help us grow. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'm Dionne. I'll see you next time.